welcome back to 90 Minutes. I'm your host, Ayana Campbell. Well, our first segment is going to be from Aaliyah at a protest on 54th Avenue Street.
Thank you, Ayana. Here I am in New York at a protest about child deportation and inequality. Here I have with me Olivia and Megan, and I'll be asking them some questions. So, Olivia, can you give us a detailed explanation about child deportation?
Yes, well, basically what child deportation is when a parent and their child come to our country finding safety in solitude, but basically the parents end up being deported while the child stays here, confused and alone, often not knowing where they came from.
Can you give us a detailed explanation about inequality?
Inequality is basically when someone is biased against based on their skin color, sexuality, gender, etc.
Okay, so how can inequality be solved and stopped?
We can solve inequality by teaching people about sexualities and gender or race, and to tell them the history of it and to prove that it is a very big issue, and to basically try to push acceptance.
And how can child deportation be solved?
Well, I think with funding from different organizations that kind of look at the topic as a whole, towards, fixing the shelters that many of these children end up being put into, and just more education overall to our nation as a whole.
So, inequality, what can other people do to stop it?
What can other people do to stop it? Firstly, other people can just accept everyone else, or at least try to.
And how does child deportation, how do you think the kids feel and the parents?
I think the kids often feel lost, and they grow up, living in fear, because without the guidance of a parent, they can't be raised feeling safe and secure.
Well, that's all the questions I have. Back to you, Ayana.
Now we'll be heading back to Jada in Africa talking to the Board of Education.
Thank you, Ayana. I'm here in Africa discussing the issue of lack of education in developing countries. Lack of education is a growing issue, and there are many factors that contribute to this and are preventing the growth of education systems around the world. For one, we have funding, teachers, lack of learning materials. I'm here with Jada Purcell, representative of the Board of Education here in Africa.
Hi, Jada. Thank you. Thank you, Jada. I'm really honored to be here in Africa.
Thank you. So what are your plans to help with the issue of lack of education here in Africa?
We plan to bring a large donation of textbooks. We're going to bring some of our teachers down and a large donation of money for their funding here in Africa.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Back to you, Ayana.
Back to you, Ayana.
Now we'll be heading back to our weather broadcaster. I'm Nashayla, and I'm going to give you a 7-day forecast. Today, on Monday, there will be a high of 69 and a low of 43. As you can see, through the week, our temperature has highly risen. By Friday, we will be at a high of 95 and a low of 89. Now we're sending it over to Kim.
Thank you, Nashayla. I'm here on Little Smith Street in Chicago, where we'll be experiencing the coldest winter since 1967. Remember, guys, stay bundled up this winter. It's gonna be a cold.
All right, y'all, that's the end of our show. See you next time on 90 Minutes.